Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. The Honorable Mrs. Nikmatuniaya, as Lecturer of State Polytechnic of Semarang. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Lilis Tiya Mustika Wardani. I am from Accounting A class program. This morning, I would like to present my proposal with title Analysis of Production Cost Calculation using Process Costing Method at CPX 2020. This presentation will be divided into 5 chapters. They are background, formulation of the problem, research aims and benefit, literature reviews, and research method. In the first chapter is background. Manufacturing companies are companies that process raw material into finished goods to be sold to customers. In producing a product, every company always oriented to achieve maximum profit. So the companies will need accurate cost information to assist in making decisions. One of the factors that will affect the company's survival is pricing. The price is also determined the success or failure of goods or service will be sold in the market, because the price is a value of an item expressed in unit of money. This means that prices are determined by demands and supply will be a product and service that has been customized. Determination of the selling price of product is directly affected by the cost of production. The accuracy of the calculation of the cost of production is very important because it is useful for companies in making decisions. Error made in the calculation of cost of goods sold can affect the company's sales and periodic profits. High cost of production leads to high selling price, resulting in the ability of companies to compete with similar companies. In accordance with the problem, then the formulation of the problem is how to calculate cost of production using the method applied by the company, and how to calculate cost of production if using the process costing system method at CPX 2020. And the next chapter is research aims and benefit. The purpose of this research is to know the calculated cost of production using method applied by the company, and to know the calculated cost of production using the process costing system method. And the benefit in this research is to contribute to science. The results of this study are expected to increase knowledge about cost accounting, especially in calculating cost production, and can be used as an additional reference in Liberty State Polytechnic of Semarang. And the second is contribution to accounting development. The results of this study are expected to be used as input and reference for next research and assist to making decisions. And the next chapter is literature review. In this chapter, we will discuss about understanding cost and cost accounting, definition of cost, cost classification, cost of goods sold, production cost collection method, benefit from information on cost of goods manufactured, record journal entry, and example of cost of goods manufactured report. Understanding cost and cost accounting. According to Mulyadi, cost production is all costs that required to make finished product, which includes cost of raw materials, labor costs, and factory overhead costs. Elements of production costs. There are three groups production costs. They are raw material is all costs that require to get the material, which includes freight paid, storage costs, and other. And the second is direct labor, is a cost that required to pay for laborers as a reward for their service in production activities. And factory overhead cost is all of cost elements except raw material and direct labors. For example, depreciation expense, rent expense, repairing and maintenance, building expense. Production cost collection method. Cost of production process method. The basic cost method of the process is the collection of cost of goods sold and shared equally on the products in that period. Cost ordered production cost method. The cost of order method is the method of collecting costs in which the production cost is collected for a certain number of products or services that can be separate identity and which needs to be determined its cost individually. Research method. In this research method will be divided into three sections. There is data classification, data collecting method, and rating technique. Data classification. Quantitative data is a data in the forms of number. Quantitative data that needed in this research is raw material data, labor cost data, factory overhead cost data, and production data at CPX. And qualitative data is a data in the form of opinion or judgment. The qualitative data that needed in this research is company profile, vision and mission of company, organizational structure, and job description at CPX. Data collecting method. I use interview and documentation as the data collecting method. Interview will be conducted by asking questions for directly to company's employee to get clear and complete information about history of CPX and to production accounting department to get information about production, process, and cost. And the document that will be used in this research is Cost of Goods Manufactured Report of CPX 2020, a list of fixed assets, and raw material, labor cost, and factory overhead usage data during 2020. And the last chapter is rating techniques. I use description technique to overview an organizational structure at CPX, and I use exposition technique to presenting the required data and explaining the calculation of cost production using process costing method at CPX 2020. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thanks for your great attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.